What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, another special Kickstarter review. And today I'm very excited to be checking out Knee Jerk from Knapsack Games. This is for 4 to 8 players, ages 9 and up, and it'll take you about 10 minutes to play. And in Knee Jerk, you will be given an absolutely outlandish scene and try to finish out the scene with whatever pops into your brain. But you're trying to do it very quickly, hence the term knee jerk, referring to knee-jerk reactions. It's a party game. Is it good? Let's open it up and see. Alright, and we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Knee Jerk. As I always like to mention, this is the promotional copy I have in front of me, so what you see very well may change from the edition from here to when it gets to you. First and foremost, we have a handy-dandy rule sheet. It's one page. This side is actually just for me since I'm the reviewer. But it's super simple. You'll need it once, maybe twice, and never need it again because the game is incredibly simple to figure out. Next, you're going to get cards, and more cards. And let's take a look at one of these cards so you can see exactly how it works. So essentially, on this card, you're going to have a beginning, you're going to have a middle, and then you're going to have an end. So I feel like we're in a horror movie. We'll grab another one. I feel like we're in a horror movie at college, and as you can see, they match up. So you're going to have a lot of different possibilities, but that's essentially how they're going to work. So what you're going to be doing in this game, you're going to be trying to give various different answers to someone who is called the host, and you're going to try and get up to a certain number of points. It says 4 players or 4 points or 3 points normally, depending on how many players you have. Now, the first unique aspect of this game is most of the time when you're playing a game like this with judges, there's multiple different judges. This game suggests you only have one judge, and that person is the host, and they make pretty much all the decisions in the game. I will say, first and foremost, we did not play that way. We started off that way, and everybody was like, hey, I want to be the host, and so we ended up playing it the quote-unquote wrong way, but I would not be surprised at all if that is an alternate variant that most people end up playing with. I understand why they put it in there, probably for the people who don't feel comfortable being the host of the game, but for most average gamers, I really think you're going to want to pass that around. But that's just something I wanted to mention right from the get-go. So to start the game, the host is going to draw 2 cards and place them face up in front of them. Alright, so let's take a look. I got to decide in what order I'm going to put them. I feel like there's something wrong, and I feel whimsical. So I'm going to do it this way. I feel like there's something wrong in the secret hideout. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to draw 3 cards. So I draw my 3 cards, and then I'm going to pick the final part of one. So I feel like there's something wrong in the secret hideout because someone said these 2 words, because I am covered in, and because someone whispered. So I have to pick which one I want, and once I've decided that, I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to read it out loud. So we'll do this one. So I feel like there's something wrong in the secret hideout because I am covered in feces. Or, well, you're going to read it out, and then everyone else around the table is going to try and answer the question as quickly as possible. So here's how the scoring works. The scoring is a little bit interesting in the aspect that the first person to give an answer is going to gain a point. So they'll gain one of the cards, and that will be symbolic of a point. So they're going to gain a point. And then the host is going to decide which of the rest of the answers was his favorite, and then that person is going to get a point. So as you can see, most of the time, I think most people are going to want to switch hosts because you're going to play a huge role in the game. But anywho, you're going to give one to your favorite person and one is to the first person who answers the question, and then you're going to play up to a certain number of points, and then you'll move on, going through the various different cards. And as I mentioned, there's quite a bit of cards. There's tons of different possibilities. I think he said there's like 100,000 different possibilities you can have in here. So it's going to be vastly different, even though you are just playing with a standard deck. But once someone has gotten to either 4 points or 3 points or whatever number of points you decide to go to, that person will be the winner of Knee Jerk. Alrighty then, Knee Jerk from Knapsack Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros. Let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, the game is not going to be for everybody for a variety of different reasons. First, it's a party game, which is going to turn some people off instantly. I definitely don't think this is one you're pretty much ever going to burst out on a game night. Maybe as a filler, but most of the time I would say no. This is exclusively in the party realm. Also, artwork-wise, none. Pretty non-existent. It's just text and graphic design, which is going to turn some people off. Another thing that's going to bug some people is this is what you're getting. There's no dry erase boards, there's no markers, there's no chips, there's no board, there's no nothing. It's just cards, cards, and more cards. The last thing that's going to turn some people off, in me in particular, was the scoring. I did not like how the scoring worked in the game. Granted, this is not really a game where you care about the scoring too much, but like the fact that you have to say the answer first, and that answers can be denied, and all this stuff. We kind of just chucked that stuff out the window after about, I'd say, 5 minutes. The last con is that the game is dumb. But moving on to the pros. It's a good dumb. This is like that. This is like the Expendables 3 dumb. It's just that's a terrible example. That's why my wife hates when I give examples. Anywho, this game is a lot of fun. It's dumb fun. This is so much fun in a box. This game is more fun than it has the right to have that much fun inside of the box. What am I talking about? I had an absolute blast with this game. I loved this game. I brought this out to 2 separate parties. One was a kid's birthday party, and then one was not per se a party, but it was 6 or 7 people getting around, drinking, having fun, which would be a party, I suppose. But anywho, it went over like gangbusters at both for a variety of different reasons. When I busted out the birthday party, they had a blast with the speed element of the game. Oh, we got to say the answer really quick because you get a point if you say it really quick. But at the same time, the kids that thought about the answers more and had kind of a funny answer really could come up with some pretty funny, hilarious stuff. And it was hilarious for everybody because it'd be like, so I was at the bank and I started to cry uncontrollably because a ghost told me that my poop was red. Like, these kids are just busting out these answers and they're so preposterous, they're funny. Moving on to the adult side of it, though, it's the exact same thing. The preposterous answers are hilarious. It's like that moment when you have with your friends where like it starts off just as something kind of funny, and then because both of you were laughing or all 3 of you were laughing, pretty soon it becomes uncontrollable laughter. That is in this box. I love the simplicity of this game. It is super simple, easy to learn, easy to teach. I mean, you can do the scoring. We really didn't so much. But it was an absolute blast to play this game. I think if you're in the market for a party game, this is definitely one you need to check out. It's incredibly compact. This is one that is actually probably not going to stay on my shelf, I'll be honest with you. I have a feeling this one will go into my backpack, which, let me tell you, I don't have games in my backpack, but this one I will. When I work with young children, I work with kids aged 10 to 13, I'm stoked to take this with me. When I go to random parties, work parties and stuff, I'm going to be having fun with this game. I cannot say enough about this game. I really like this game. I think if you're in the market for a party game, you absolutely need to check it out. That's Knee Jerk from Knapsack Games. It's on Kickstarter right now. Check out the link below. It's a lot of fun. If you're looking for a party game, I don't think you're going to regret picking this one up. But also, be sure to post in the comments below, what's your favorite party game? Do you like the more complex party games like Wits and Wagers with the wagering and the chips and all that? Or do you like simple stuff like this and Help Wanted and Cards Against Humanity, stuff like that? Let me know in the comments below. But as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. But other than that, I really can't say too much in the artwork side or with the